I took a class in hypnosis as a part of that, and then all of a sudden it was bang, it was like powerful, and I was getting like I was helping people change inside, like it was instantly okay.
Yeah.
We would do a session, and sometimes it takes a little longer to find where it is, sometimes much shorter, but once we hit it, the outside changes like boom. And
Right.
it was like amazing. And it wasn't the hypnosis. So I just became like fully engrossed in hypnosis. I went to a college of hypnotherapy. I graduated with honors there, and I had hundreds of hours of practical supervised experience, and now I've got many certifications. It's to me, Russell, it's an extremely powerful way to become more of who we are. See,
Yeah.
that's the thing, because it's amazing, because everybody I work with, they don't become somebody different. I don't like make them like they're hypnotized like zombies and they're all of a sudden doing crazy things that they would never do. What I do is I clear the way so that they can actually be more of who they are now. And
Yeah.
the thing is, I learned that the reason people are getting in their way with their comfort zone is they're trying to live today with their current goals, their current maturity, their current experience, their current wisdom, but they're living it on rules from sometimes when they were children.
Yeah.
And those comfort zones are set as we're children. And one of the biggest things, Russell, that I learned on the comfort zone is they're actually good for us. They're actually there to help us.
Right. Yeah, I'd love to know more about that. So before we get into the topic, I have like another question, which is like related to your journey. Like you mentioned, you've been to like several businesses you started, most of them failed.
Mhm.
What made you like keep moving forward, even though you had to fail businesses and you decided to keep doing your own thing rather than getting into like a
Wow.
corporate
That
job or something?
that is a wonderful question, Russell. It was uh, one thing I'm very committed for myself and for everybody. Actually, it's one of
Yeah.
my values is that we are we are capable of great things. And the thing is, it's unlocking it. That's the trick. And
Mhm.
for some people, it's a lifetime, but then it doesn't really matter. But I just was not willing to give up, Russell, on who I am.
Right.
And when I say who I am, I don't mean I'm so great. I think everybody's great. And one of my passions is helping people be who they are. And
Right.
because I know that there's greatness there. And it's
Yeah.
greatness not that I put there, it's greatness that I kind of clear the road a little bit. Then they go, there's a breakthrough and
Hmm.
boom, they go. So yeah, I could not give up on myself, Russell. There were times where I slowed down. There were times where I had to back off and regroup. There were
Yeah.
times where, all that, but it was, I'd love to say, well, I'm this great hero guy who, just in the face of adversity, just plowed through. It was decades of work. But the beauty is, once I found out where the answer lied, it doesn't take
Yeah.
decades. It took me decades to find the answer, but the answer doesn't. The answer is very fast. But yeah, I could not give up on myself, Russell. It's to me, that is when people give up on themselves, that's a very sad thing. And unfortunately, probably about 85% of people do give up on
Yeah.
themselves, because every child that I've talked to, and I love children because they're so much who they are.
Yeah.
The filters are not there, and they don't have the programming yet. And you could just, they have all kinds of dreams and all kinds of ideas, and then they
Mm.
go off into the world, and then it's whatever neighborhood they're in, they're going to start picking up, from just the culture around them, just the
Right.
ideas around them. They start picking up limitations, which are really okay. They're rules of society, and we need rules to live by so we know how to work with other people.
Yeah.
But they're guidelines a lot of times, and if we can actually work within those guidelines and still be free to be who we are, and still be social, be civil, be responsible, as we want to be. And some people want to be quite a bit, and others less so, but it's really up to the person. But people give up on themselves, and it's a shame, and they give up because they don't know the answers. Everything, all their dreams get like wiped out, from first, they start hearing no in the home, and
Yeah.
it's a parent's job to help the child to be directed, and that's excellent when a child has a parent that loves them that much.
Yeah.
But parents are doing the best they can too, and so they just a lot of times they just get dreams taken away from their home. Then they go off to school and dreams are taken away there. Then they go off and get a job and the dreams get taken away there.